Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Joel Davis, also known as Certified Geek, and I'm here with the tutorial to help you guys create business cards. Um, First off, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to a new file and go ahead with the presets. It's already preset before business card for me because that was the last file I made. So we're gonna name this business card tutorial. I want you guys to follow along. And for the width of the business card, you can do this either which way depending on how you want your business card. If you want it the long way horizontally, you're gonna go ahead with the width 3.5 and the height 2. If you want it the opposite way, you can always switch it up and do 2 by 3.5. But this tutorial in particular is gonna be 3.5 in width and 2 inches in height. Now, make sure it's on inches and not pixels or anything else. And another thing, I want you guys to set the resolution at 300 whenever you're getting things ready for print. You're gonna need it at 300 for the best resolution. And always, 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 if you're gonna be printing this out, you're gonna do CMYK color, and those are the colors that the printers read when they go off to print. RGB, you can use this, or I would use it if I'm doing something I just want to post on Facebook or anywhere else on the internet. I would use this. It gives me nice bright colors that the computer can read. Unfortunately, the printers can't pick up all those nice bright colors that the computer can, so you want to put it in CMYK. So you know whatever you see is what you get. My background contents are always white. I like to start off with a clean canvas. So we're gonna go ahead and hit OK and jump right into it. First thing I want you guys to notice. Right now, there's no rulers. This may be how yours is set up, but I want you to go ahead and hit Control R, and you see you get these rulers right up in here, and they're very important when you're sending things to print because you're gonna need it to make your margin, um, so that the printer doesn't cut off your workspace. I want you to go ahead and grab it and start from the left and put one on the left side right on the edge, another one on the right. We're gonna drag it down to the bottom and one to the top. Now, very important to do this soon as this should be the first thing you do when you're doing anything for print. Business cards, flyers, uh, brochures, whatever, anything. So, want you guys to go ahead on the PC. I'm hitting Control Alt and C. And it should be Command Alt and C on the Mac. I'm pretty sure it is. If not, don't kill me about it. I'll go ahead and put it on the video. Uh, you want to add your margins 0.25. That's what I do mine because that's what my printers usually cut off. The margin. I add a 0.25 on both sides. Since the width is already 3.5, we're just gonna add a 7, 3.75 because it'll be 3.5 is 3.50. Add 25 to that, 3.75. And for the 2, it's already a whole number, so we're just gonna add the 0.25. And watch what happens once we hit OK. Bam. You get all this white space on the outside. Now, this allows you and lets you know to keep all of your work inside of those lines. You don't want to get your boss's or your client's name cut off on the side because you didn't pay attention and add the margin. Now I'm gonna jump right over to something I was already working on, and basically, um, here it is right here, and I just added a blue color. If you guys want the same color, I'll go ahead and give you the color code. It's gonna be 0C8ECA, and it's a nice blue color. I decided to take a brush, a white brush, very soft brush. I made it as big as big as the inside of the card. Put it dead in the center, and I just hit it one time. And you're gonna want to do that. And I set the opacity to 65. And I just added some text in. The name of the company, the services, and the contact information. Um, we're gonna start off with this, playing with this. I just added a little shadow behind it, but I'll take it off and we can all start together. Um, by going here 1 second, please. We're gonna I keep cutting it on and off. I'm sorry. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna play with the colors. I'm not gonna go into anything too heavy. You can do this either two ways. You could come and do a color overlay, which or basically, yeah, like I said, you can do this two ways by hitting color overlay and choosing the color. Um, this color looks good on here. So I'll do that, and I'll go ahead and take this shadow off, and maybe we can do this and add a stroke. Well, let's put a white stroke. Click stroke, hit the color. We'll make it white. Um, and pull it up a little. Maybe the okay, we'll leave it at 10. Let's see how that looks. Um, yeah, we can leave it like that. Now, actually, now let's go with something a little more better. We're gonna go ahead and click gradient, and I want you to. We're gonna build a gradient here. We're gonna see where it says black. Click that. I'm gonna come and let's go with green. Bright green. I love bright green. We can go here and we can get probably like the brightest bright green, and then we'll come on this side where it says white, and we'll come back down to the green and just get another bright green that's maybe not as bright. And what we'll get is a we'll get a pattern of green. And now the brightest green is 6EFF00. I'm gonna click OK, and the second green I chose is 19B24B. So you guys can go ahead and get those colors. And as you can see, those exclamation mark and a triangle there. That's letting you know that that color is not available in CMYK. So once you click it, it picks the color next closest to it. So remember I told you about that brightness. Now once you have your gradient set, you're gonna hit new, and that puts that right over there. So we're gonna hit OK. And how we're gonna do this is we're gonna leave it just like this, and we'll add a little drop shadow. Not too much. That seems a little too much. So the distance is 7. We'll bring that down to maybe about 5. Okay. Bring the distance down to 5 on the drop shadow. Gradient overlay. It's on linear. Scale 100, angle 90 degrees, blend mode normal. So we're gonna click OK. If I'm going too fast, you guys can always stop and go ahead and rewind it. And me, I like everything to be in order. So we're gonna add this color down here on this and apply this on the same as the contact information. I don't want it to be here because it's gonna look too much green on green on green. So an easy way to get this done, we're gonna left click on this layer, and we're gonna go ahead and copy layer style. And we're just gonna come here where the contact information is up here. Um, Left click again, and right where it was said copy the first time, paste. We'll paste that layer style right there. Now this text is smaller, so we will need to apply a little less drop shadow. So this is set on 5. Let's see how it looks on 3 for this. Um, and the distance is 3, and we'll set the size to 5. Yeah. Let's try 4 and see. Okay, that's perfect. Um, now he, okay. Now we have that. Um, elements of the business card. I would always let's add a drop shadow onto this. To web and graphic designs. Double click. We're gonna double click that. Pull up the box. Click drop shadow, and yeah, we'll do that like that. Click OK. Now I like to add a little texture or something in the background of all my things. To give it a more natural feel and explore a little bit more on the design side. So we'll go down here. Let's go to Google and go to images. Google.com, and we'll click images here. It's Google's birthday. How cool! Um, Go down here, click images, and we'll go for something like textures. Just search textures. Make sure you're under the images tabs, and it's gonna bring up a lot of different images and textures. Anyone would do, depending on what kind of look you're going for. This is a nice jean type of look, so I'll go ahead and click on this, and notice after a while you may have a lot of textures, and some of you may have a lot of textures and files already set up, on your computer. So we'll go ahead and we can do this. You can either save as or copy. Normally I would save as, but I'm just gonna copy it for right now and come back into Photoshop. And once we're back in Photoshop, just go ahead and hit edit and paste. Now this should come up on its own layer, and it's all the way at the bottom. We can't see it because it's at the bottom. We want to bring this to the top, right to the top of the background layer, so it doesn't affect any. Doesn't overlay on top of any other layers. We're gonna stretch it out. Notice I'm holding Shift as I pull this, and what that does, it doesn't disform the object. It keeps everything the way it is, and it just enlarges it. Always hit Shift once you're enlarging the object. I want to make sure it's big enough to cover the whole card. Even though these areas around the margin are going to get cut off, you always want to expand your design over the whole project, because a little bit may not get cut off and you would hate to have a white border around it. Um, it looks okay, but obviously it's too much. So what we're gonna do is come down over here to the opacity, and we're gonna bring the opacity down just a little bit until we get it how we like it. Let's bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. And bring it down to about a 57. I'm at 64. Let's try 58. Okay, nice. So we can see that it's jean material in the background, and that's what we want exactly. Scoot this over a little bit. Um, let's see how it looks without the brush. Yeah, we're gonna take that brush off. I think it looks better without the brush. Now we have, a decent jean. Yeah, now we have a decent jean business card. And what we're gonna do is file, save as, um, just put jean business card, jean card, and go ahead and save it as a JPEG. Always as a JPEG to send out to print. And save as. It's on my desktop. Um, always want this in highest resolution, highest quality.